Hey everyone, it's your girl Sophie and I am back with a new video. I ran a poll on my Instagram story if you guys wanted to see another story time or a holiday Thanksgiving glam, and you guys said Thanksgiving glam, and so this is what I came up with. Honestly, I am shook. I love this glam because it's lit. I am ready for Thanksgiving with my Cuban family. I'm super excited. I'm definitely gonna do this look. I really like it. I added a pop of color and some nude glossy lips, and of course a dewy glowy bronzy look because I love me some dewy glowy bronzy. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this video, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to give this a big thumbs up if you want to see more makeup tutorials, and guys, I have some more story times. I hope you guys enjoy. Mwah. So jumping right in, I already prepped my face and we're gonna start with the eyes. So I already did my eyebrows off camera. Now I'm priming with MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Now to set all of that, I'm using the Deck of Scarlet palette, and I'm using the shade Dream, which is a beautiful matte beige color, and to do so, I'm using the BH Cosmetics number 11 brush. For transition color, I'm using the 35N palette, these two orangey colors, and I'm picking up that with the Morphe M433 and just applying that into my crease in circular motion and windshield wiper motions. Moving along to intensify this, I am getting the Modern Renaissance palette. It's super musty, dusty, crusty, and with the same brush, I'm getting this color Real Gar. I absolutely love this like burnt orange color, and I'm applying that to all the places that I applied the transition color. To intensify, I'm using Cypress Umber from the Modern Renaissance palette, and with the same brush, I'm just applying that onto the outer V of my eyelid just to intensify and build up some color. Now, moving on, I am going to go ahead and highlight with the shade Primavera from the same palette. I'm going to apply this into my inner tear duct and my brow bone as well. Now moving on with the lid shade, I'm going back to the Deck of Scarlet palette and getting Gold Digger, and I'm spraying some setting spray to really intensify this pigment, and this is what we're laying out for the next pigment coming up. This one's more yellow and I wanted to do something more green, so I'm getting this single shadow from Kira T called Rude Girl. Again, spraying some spray to intensify the pigment, and I'm popping that on top of that Gold Digger color. Now to intensify everything, of course, we are using Corrupt from Makeup Geek. It's the blackest black. I absolutely love this matte shadow. And with this pencil brush from Morphe, the Y22, I'm using that to just apply and pack on the color onto the outer half of my lid. And then with this blending brush, I'm going to just start blending that upward to really get a nice and seamless blend. For eyeliner, I'm using the Balm Cosmetics Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm just doing a thin line across my lash line. If you guys want to add a wing, you can totally do that, but for today, I ended up not doing a winged eyeliner. Now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up all of that fallout because it gets real messy, and once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and apply lashes. I'm using the Violet Voss lashes in the style Eyes Baby. This is a limited edition Fox Mink lashes. So I'm applying some dual glue and applying that onto my lash with some handy dandy tweezers. Moving on, I'm applying some mascaras to mesh everything together. I believe this is the Wet n Wild mascara. And then I'm using the Deck of Scarlet brown eyeliner for my waterline to tightline. And then I'm going back to Corrupt from Makeup Geek with the Y22 brush and smoking everything out. Moving on to the face makeup, for priming, I'm using the Hangover Primer from Too Faced, which I absolutely love. I had to repurchase this product in the VIB Sephora sale because I absolutely am obsessed with it. If you don't have it, you need to try it out. Now I'm getting the Skindonavia spray and just spraying my face to get it ready for foundation. I'm using two different foundations, the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Pro and the NYX Cosmetics Liquid Foundation, and I'm using a foundation brush just to apply everything. The reason why I like mixing these two is because the Infallible Matte Pro is a little too matte for me, and the NYX foundation is a little bit liquidy, so it kind of does a perfect balance. Before I apply some concealer, I'm using this LA Girl Pro white concealer just to do a little bit extra whitening and brightening because your girl needs it. Now on top of that, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, once again just to further highlight my face. I'm also applying this down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin, just the areas that I want to brighten up my face. And then to blend everything away, I'm using this Morphe G37 brush, and then I'm going back with my handy dandy beauty blender just to make sure that everything is just really nicely blended. So for contour, I'm using this cream contour stick from Wet n Wild, and I'm applying that on all the places that I want to contour, on the forehead, on the cheekbones, on the nose, under the lip, and on the chin. Then I'm applying the Scandinavia spray just to make sure that everything is going to be really just nicely blended. I've done this trick before and I absolutely love doing it. So now I'm just going to my beauty blender and just blending everything away. Going back to the Shape Tape Concealer, I'm using the G37 brush from Morphe just to sharpen up under my contour, and I really like doing this to just get a clean, defined line. Now to set everything, I'm using the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm applying this under my eyes. I'm just going to go ahead and bake, but just for a little bit. I personally don't like baking for a long time because it makes my under eyes feel and look a little bit too dry for my liking. So I just like to set it for a little bit, and then I'll dust it away with a Morphe brush. Now, of course, I have to apply some powder on my forehead because your girl creases all the freaking time. Now to set everything, I'm using this Sephora powder foundation that I recently bought, and I'm using a fluffy Morphe E2 brush just to make sure everything is set. Now I'm getting for bronzer the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer, which I absolutely am obsessed with. It just gives a beautiful bronzy color to your skin. It's like the perfect bronzer shade, honestly. So I'm just applying that on all the areas that I cream contoured just to bring my skin back to life and just have a nice bronzy glow. For blush, I'm using the Balm Cosmetics Take a Dip, and it's a beautiful bronzer blush kind of mix, and I'm using the Y1 brush from Morphe to apply that. Now I'm going to go back to Laura Mercier and just carve my cheekbones once again just to really get a clean, nice line. I feel like this really is just very helpful, especially when I'm doing cream contour. Moving on to some highlight, I'm using, of course, my makeup line, Sophie Cosmetics, and I'm using one of our most popular and famous shades, Champagne Mami. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto the tops of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. And I absolutely am obsessed with this shade, guys. It's honestly the most beautiful, like, champagne shade. Low-key a dupe for Champagne Pop, and I'm absolutely obsessed. Use Subbies 10 for 10% off your purchase. Moving on, I am doing some lower mascara to the lashes, and then once that's done, we're going to move on to lips. So I'm using a color combo. I'm going to be using for lip liner the Deck of Scarlet lip liner, and it's a beautiful nude color. And then to top it off, I'm using the Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the shade Nudie Patootie, and I absolutely love this combo. It's just the perfect nude shade, and I get so many compliments on it, so you guys finally know my secret. Now for this look, I wanted some gloss. So I'm using the Sophie Cosmetics lip gloss in Rosé, and this honestly topped off the look. It's a beautiful light pink metallic sheen, great as a lip topper, and that's basically it, guys. That completes this look. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video.